What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jared. We're gonna get right into it. We got some Call of Duty Warzone Season 3 patch notes. This is what you can expect from Warzone with the drop of Verdansk in a couple days. They just dropped this yesterday, so let's just get into it. Globally, Ricochet needs to be better. We already know that, the anti-cheat. So this season focus remains on our commitment to taking down cheat makers, blah, 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 blah. I'll probably throw up another video about this though. But cheating, hopefully they just continue to just chip away at it and eliminate it from the game as a whole. We got some battle pass content coming out, new operators, getting back to what Call of Duty was as far as military operators, more warlike things as opposed to the gimmicky things that they've been giving us the last couple of years. Memories are not a powerful tool, and even the departed can change the course of history. The road back to Verdansk involves unlocking some core memories. Right, so it got a lot of reoccurring players that have been in the Call of Duty story just throughout the years. This is big, so console crossplay. Season 3, we're giving console players more granular options by separating the multiplayer rank play and Call of Duty Warzone rank play settings, and adding a new multiplayer only setting for quick play featured in party game matches. That's pretty good. It's a lot of content here. I don't really want to dive too much into it because I kind of want to make this just a skimmed over as opposed to a long video, but pretty much just on console. It enables matchmaking only with other console players when playing in selected playlists. So that's good. We're going to separate console from PC. They started to integrate it in season 2 with the release of ranked for Urzikstan, and now it should just continue throughout all these modes. I will say before I get too far into this, as I mentioned this before on a previous video, start to look at Call of Duty Warzone completely separate from whatever Call of Duty title drops every year. So right now we have Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Great. Draw a line in the sand with Call of Duty Warzone with the return of Verdansk. Warzone is Warzone, and the actual game with multiplayer and zombies is just that. So moving forward, it should just feel different from contrasting the two. Additional details on how these settings interact with party members who are on different platforms. So it's going to give you a rundown. If you really want to know the nuts and bolts about this, you can kind of look it up yourself, but I'm just taking guys through it as quickly as possible. But console crossplay will be a big thing. It'll help. I'm a console guy. Turn that crossplay on. I don't have to deal with PC players, potential cheaters. I don't think I run into them anyway. I'm only a noob, but for those that swear that they're getting hacked on or cheating or running into cheaters, and your own console, just turn on crossplay. It's highly unlikely you're getting cheated, running into cheaters playing console. So we got some new things as far as just some preloading shaders. So pretty much, again, there are two separate entities. So you're gonna have to preload these shaders to play whatever modes you want to do. So Warzone, multiplayer, or zombies, you have to preload these. Customization, you're now able to customize any Black Ops 6 based weapon or weapon blueprint with a skin you've unlocked or purchased across multiplayer, zombies, and Call of Duty Warzone. That wasn't the case before. That's good. Finally, in the Warzone, as far as Verdansk coming back, everyone knows. These are some free things that you'll be getting. 3 instant rewards just by logging in, trying to play the game. You get the Kilo 141, 2 classic operators from the Call of Duty space. And then these are rewards that'll be probably gifted through the battle pass and things like that. Event mastery reward, event special reward, 3 instant rewards for Verdansk veterans. So, oh yeah, these are veterans. So if you've played Verdansk, I'm pretty sure they know that. The servers and everything, you'll get these rewards if you played it already back 5 years ago when it dropped. Welcome back. Welcome back. You already know what's coming back. Welcome home. Yeah. So here's a lot right here as well. Welcome home. Verdansk has returned. This map that has started it all for Call of Duty Warzone. Below is a recap of some of the improvements made to Verdansk that players can expect. So trees slightly repositioned, non-drivable vehicles clearly marked, swimming now possible, improved transverse and steep areas, Shorter telephone electrical poles for easier parachute landings, additional ladders, doors now double hinged, allowing barging, shooting, or blowing them open. You couldn't do that on the original War. Verdansk first dropped, it really was OG. That was 5 years ago, but we've made a lot of changes in the last 5 years with how things just flow. The pacing of the game is sped up for sure, but they're scaling it back kind of to that feel that everyone, I guess, fell in love with. Ascenders returning mid-season, already available in Plunder, so you won't have a lot of zip lines. Enhanced exterior lighting, detailed enhancements, and for console players, the ability to view Verdansk in up to 120 FOV for the first time. So yeah, back in Verdansk, console guy, I was on 60 FOV. You know what I mean? That's definitely a disadvantage when you're thinking about a bigger map like Verdansk and how console players were compared to PC back then. Got the classic Gulag showers. We got 3 variants of it. So it's same old. Win your ones. I learned how to win my ones in the Gulag. I got Rebirth Island. I'm over this map. I mean, for all that, I can play multiplayer like I do. I don't know why so many people fall in love with this. Why don't you just play multiplayer if you care about dying and coming back to life? Here's some good things to get back into the rhythm of things. So they got Battle Royale casual at launch. So my casuals, I'm a casual. Battle Royale experience is branching out with a new introduction of the new mode featuring bot players. So you play against real players and bots at the same time. It's kind of just getting the feel, again, getting back into the rhythm of playing a Battle Royale. We got High Trip, which is in the mid-season. Players can look forward to a new limited time event inspired by this time of the year. I'm assuming this is like a 420 kind of thing. I'm not saying they're promoting that, but it is what it is. You got the BR. BR is back to 150 players. Quads actually has 152. I don't know why, but we got 150 players on the map again, which is cool. Plunder. Warzone boot camp again. That's kind of like 20 real players, 24 bot players. Resurgence is Resurgence, and then here's the playlist of everything that's going to be taking place throughout the next week. Here now, ranked is mid-season. Ranked Verdansk is actually pretty good. I'm not really a ranked guy. I may try it out though. Try to make a top 250 push. I believe, as I read through here, now that Season 2 has officially wrapped up, ranked play will be temporary offline during the first half of Season 3. We plan to bring ranked back online with Season 3 reloaded. Players will undergo a full reset, so everyone will be a bronze. There's no one that'll be like, oh man, I just was iridescent last season. I should drop back down to whatever's lower than that. No, everyone's a bronze. Start back over. Classic OG 150 players again. Free falling shooting. We shoot you out the air. Don't get mad. Players can shoot while free falling, also known as skydiving, using their secondary weapon. If no secondary weapon is equipped, they will default to their backup pistol. So I guess you'll still have that backup pistol, which I never have really been a fan of. Since they integrated that with Black Ops 6 with a melee weapon, a special melee weapon, whether it be the nunchucks, knife, other things like that, I think it's really been buggy and making a lot of things clunky because of that. 360-degree revive rotation. Players can now rotate their view 360 degrees while reviving a squad mate instead of being fixed on their squad mate's down position, giving the perfect opportunity to call out your squad mate is being pushed by an enemy as they revive you. That's good. In-game circle pacing. All right, so they got some circle pacing right here. They're going to detail up. This is really good by them. They're just rolling it out. They're being open and they're being honest about what we can expect. So shouts out to them. Shouts out to Call of Duty Activision for actually just trying, man. All right, anyways, yeah, so we got some circle pacing. You can go through that. Gameplay, classic gameplay. They got the Ascenders again. Gulag loadout. So loadouts within the Gulag have been reworked to improve variety and balancing. These loadouts will change as the game progresses, allowing players that return to the field victorious to do so with a competitive weapon in hand for a better chance at recovery. So, Circle 1, Seems like you're just gonna have a secondary weapon. Circle 2, you have another. Oh no, you get a primary weapon in Circle 2. Probably different variants. Circle 3, you'll get something else with the extra attachment on it. So the longer you're in the game, if you go to the Gulag, you'll come back with a better weapon. But that's Circle 1. If you die, you'll just play with the secondary weapon. So no gimmicky things as far as tacticals. Smokes is in here. Smoke. Frags, thermites, Mazel tovs. No flashbangs, flash grenades, smoke grenades, none of that gimmicky stuff. Infield and backup pistols, late game redeployment. Player respawn angles. Players will now respawn looking approximately 30 degrees downward instead of directly at the horizon, providing a clearer view of potential landing areas. Unsuppressed red dot distance. Distance at which unsuppressed weapons display a red dot has been reduced in Resurgence to better align with the map side. Not too sure about that. Unsuppressed red dots are the core of Call of Duty Warzone's experience, and while developing Verdansk, we took great care in evaluating the strength of red dots on each map. Got something to do with some red dots. Floating loot is back. Classic way. Obviously, it's outlined to demonstrate the power of the gun. Floating loot is back. The return of Verdansk with some refinements to Battle Royale's loot philosophy that brings us back to its roots. Ground loot refresh. Common and epic weapons now sport a selection of random attachments that align with the weapon's natural strengths. Legendary weapons come with a variety of fixed builds tailored to specific roles that are randomly selected match over match. This change aims to maintain the excitement of random loot while preserving the reliability of the weapon. High value loot zones. This season, high value loot zones remain consistent in every match, allowing players the reliability to identify hospital, military base, and superstore points of interest. All right, so it letting you know where the hot spots is. You're gonna get your best loot here. You got to bang it out here. A lot of people, you know what I mean? The campy guys, they land out, yeah, on the edge of the map. If you want some smoke, if you want some real good like loot, you're gonna have to land at these spots. They're letting you know that off rip. You got supply drops. Supply boxes, basic, legendary, reusable. Got some duffel bags. Second chance mechanics. Fallen items have been removed. So right now we don't have gulag tokens, reinforcement flares, redeploy tokens. The only available methods to return after death are gulag victories, buybacks, and jailbreaks. So pretty simple. I like how simple it is. They're cut and dry. They're keeping it simple. Self-revive kits can only be acquired via the following sources: legendary supply boxes, scavenger contract, buy stations, and fire set. Your life matters. So the death tax is definitely different. Cash dropped upon death has been adjusted to assist players returning from the gulag, providing them with a large portion of their previous cash balance for mid to late game recovery. All right, so typically when you die, you don't come back with the exact same amount of money, but we'll see. I'm not going to really read it through, but they basically adjusted it so you'll come back with more. I think the tax was definitely 50% or whatever you're saying. 50% of the cash balance will drop to the ground. 50% will remain with the eliminated player from 20%. Yeah, so it was only 20%, but now you're going to definitely come back with more. Loot angles. I don't even know how to say that. Loot card positionings. Yeah. Buy stations. Vertical redesign. Vertical is back. The vertical list is back. The buy stations interface has been streamlined, returning to a vertical layout. So just traditional. You can take a look at this. It's classic. New redeploy all button. You'll be able to redeploy everybody if you have a lot of money. Also, it'll adjust if whatever teammate has the most money will automatically be at the top of the list. So you could just grab them, and obviously they drop, and you drop money, and you get the next guy back. So it's supposed to be seamless as possible, just redeploying fallen homies that passed. Respawn locations, buy stations will spawn in the same exact 30 static locations across the map. Love it. It's simple, it's straightforward. Buys is going to be right there, exactly where they are. So you got the inventory pricing, how much things cost. UAVs is 6 bands, armor plates $300, cluster strikes 3K, precision airstrikes 5. That's a little aggressive. Unis 2,500. Got some interactive angles, movement. The introduction of Black Ops 6 Omni movement revolutionized gameplay and has become a foundation of player movement in Call of Duty Warzone. While the system launched with multiplayer-inspired values, we recognize the need for adjustment to better align movement dynamics with the unique demands of a Call of Duty Warzone's limited life mode. So it's gonna be a little bit different. They detail it up here, but the movement speed, like crouch movement speed, reduces by 10%. Crouch to stand speed increases by 15%. Crouch to stand speed while ADS increased by 39%. Pro movement speed reduced by 5%. So obviously, again, just draw a line in the sand of what Call of Duty multiplayer and Call of Duty Zombies is, and this is just Call of Duty Warzone. So they're trying to get it back to a traditional BR. The pacing will probably still be there. You'll still be able to do Omni movement, but it'll be scaled back a bit. Scaled back for sure. Jump cooldown, who knows if you'll be able to bunny hop is what they say. I'm not no movie demon like that to ever bunny hop, but we'll see. Contracts are contracts. Recon guys that want to circle peak. I drop on bounties, but sometimes you gotta, play the game, get the recon contract, figure out where the circle gonna be, get some loot. You know what I mean? Got a supply run you can do. Them are some OG contracts, contract multipliers, the usuals. So yeah, the usuals. Most wanted, recon, scavenger, supply run, public events, same old, restock, fire sale, loadout drop, jailbreak, equipment. So they got some just same old equipment. I'm not gonna go through this detailed up, but you could see what they got. Satchels. Satchels are important. Armor, default maximum capacity reduced from 6 to 5 to match the classic experience. Now increases plate capacity by additional 3 plates. Eliminated players will constantly drop at least 1 armor plate in Battle Royale and Resurgence. Pretty straightforward. Gulag armor removed and unranked. Armor plate color improvements. Okay. Yep. Okay. Build upgrades. Squad widget, which they should have been had, now expands to display teammates' active field upgrades to show their entire inventory to allow for improved comms and strategy. So yeah, talked about that before, but a lot of people be like, dang, I didn't even know I had a muni in the pocket. Well, you did have a muni. We can see it. We can see it on your widget. Yeah. Nothing. Kill streaks are the same. Advanced UAV, you're gonna have to pop 3 of them in a row, 3 UAVs to get that advance. We're going back to just 2020 Warzone. Right? What you know, what you love. Over the years, it's got a little bit gimmicky and lost a lot of players, but hopefully they bring it back. The weapons went through a big adjustment. They're bringing the Kilo back. DR56 AMAX is coming back. The HDR, Poly sticks. The conversion kit for the SWAT 5.56 makes it into a growl, monolithic suppressor. A few just OG, that's an attachment, but a few OG guns are coming back, which is good. Then a lot of these guns, I'm not gonna go through all of them, but the majority of the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Black Ops 6 guns have actually went through some form of change. It definitely improved the damage, but the range of things may have changed for a lot of ARs and things like that. Who knows what the meta is? You already know the streamers and the ones that are really on it, they're gonna find it day one. But you can go through that and look at just the weapon adjustments that I've went forward. Got some classic classic vehicles coming back. The heli, cargo truck, Polaris, LTV, ATV, yada. UIs. This is good. Again, you can pick up a gun and look at the attachments by just doing the animation of like detailing up the gun. The weapon interact is going to tell you what attachments are on the gun. This is big as well. This is going to let people know how you died. A death recap is important because, again, cheating has been running rampant. Who knows if the guy's cheating, if not, but it will tell you like you were live pinged. They seen your unsuppressed weapon on their map. You were on their UAV, a lot of things. So the death recap will hopefully eliminate guys getting reported who are actually players not cheating in the game, but have been reported so much they've gotten shadow banned and things like that. So that should help. Prioritizing your favorite loadout again. So if you make it your favorite loadout, it automatically goes to the top of your loadout list, so you don't have to scroll through. Death skull icons increased. The usual. They gave us some good tidbits here though, as far as oh yeah, pre-recorded from the original announcer. The original announcer is coming back. The original feel is coming back. Everything should just kind of revert back. They know that they missed. They know that they missed the mark. Pretty much since Black Ops Cold War. Oh, it's not Black Ops. Pretty much since Call of Duty Vanguard, they've dropped the ball. They've dropped the ball since then, for sure. A lot of these things, again, you can check it out. But that's it for that. I definitely just wanted to detail up those patch notes. If you want to know things that you can expect in the game, you can always just look it up yourselves online. That's about it, man. You can always Google these things and look them up yourself on the Call of Duty website. For all things Call of Duty and console gaming, just tap into your boy. I'm out.